Hey guys, it's Coolly Smiley, and I want to do something that I did a few years ago with y'all. I've been reminiscing. I have been on YouTube 10 years. 10 whole years. I can't remember when I officially started taking YouTube seriously, but it was around 2010. It's been a while. I was telling my viewers to check out some of my older videos because I've literally been here since I was like 16. You can see some real cringy old videos of me when I was trying really hard to be like the YouTubers that I fawned over. And one of those videos that I rewatched recently was my TMI tag. This was like a thing that was going all around. Everybody was doing these questionnaires and these tags. I decided to do one which was called the TMI tag, where it just asks you a bunch of questions. Too much information, right? Anyway, I figured I should do an updated one, a little less cringy updated one. So this is a lot of questions, so let's just start. I found this website that had all the questions, and I think it's the same one that I did in the past, but we're gonna roll with it and see how this goes. Question number 1. What are you wearing? It's really so much information that you're receiving from me right now. Anyway, this is the fit. I thrifted this dress years ago from a thrift store downtown, and when I bought it, it was way too big, and so I never wore it. It's literally like a jacket dress, and now it fits me almost perfectly, except I can't zip it over my. But it's so freaking cute. I'm obsessed with it. I literally bought it for like $20 at a thrift store. Then I have a basic t-shirt from Old Navy, my jewelry. We've got my crystals that I got off of Etsy. This skull ring I've literally had for like 12 years. I think I bought it at like Urban Outfitters when I was in middle school, and I think it used to be silver. Now it's just like whatever happens when cheap rings get washed too much. So it's like kind of copper now, but I kind of like it better this way. And then this ring is my pride and joy. Yes, it says daddy. Yes, I am aware that I am femme presenting, but here's the thing. One day, someone will call me daddy and it won't be ironic. Anyway, and then this bracelet was given to me by my friend Hannah years and years and years ago, and I just refound it when I was unpacking a box that I thought I had unpacked when I first moved to this house. Little hidden treasures, am I right? Number 2, have I ever been in love? I feel like when I answered this the first time, it was probably like, yes, I have definitely been in love. I have been a serial dater for a really long time. I'm grateful for this time that I'm currently in, where I'm single and staying single and like in self-discovery mode and not finding my worth in my relationships with other people. I used to do that. So there were times that I thought I was in love where I look back and I'm like, I definitely wasn't. But I think there was one person in particular that I was very much in love with. And there's a few friendships I have nowadays that isn't necessarily in love, but I love those people and I would die for those people. Number 3, have you ever had a bad breakup? Oh, I think when I answered this question years ago, the answer was no. And let me tell you, yes. Yes, I have. Anyway, number 4, how tall are you? I am 5'5". If you go to the doctor's office, they'll give you the exact number, and the exact number is 5'5.5". Not that it matters, but that's 3 fives, which is kind of like, it's almost like an angel number. I'm blessed. How much do you weigh? This much. I weigh one whole, I don't give a fuck. Did I answer that question when I did this the first time? That's wild. I hope I didn't. Number 6, do I have any tattoos? No. Would I like tattoos? Absolutely. However, we're still figuring that out with my skin allergy. I would like to make it happen. It just hasn't happened yet. Number 7, do I have any piercings? Yes, I do. But like I said, I have some really annoying, awful skin allergies. My ears are pierced. They have little holes in them, but I never wear earrings because I'm literally allergic to anything I put through my skin. I would like to wear like cute novelty earrings, like little French fries or like little avocados or like something kind of funny and quirky, even like little knives, like my favorite knife necklace. Unfortunately, anytime I wear it, it's just really painful and uncomfortable, and gross things come out of the holes when I do that. So it is what it is. Number 8, who is your OTP, your one true pairing? Oh my God, this is such a throwback because I remember when this tag came out, everybody was like, they're my OTP. That's my OTP. And that's like what the year that OTPs were like born. Who is my one true pairing? Tom Holland and Zendaya, Kyo Soma and Toru Honda, me and Isley. Number 9, what is your favorite show? God, I really want to watch the TMI tag that I did years ago and like see what my answer was. I bet it was Walking Dead. I think nowadays my favorite TV show is probably Fruits Basket, which is an anime. If you guys haven't heard me talk about Fruits Basket before, are you living under a rock? Maybe you just don't care about me enough. I'm sorry, that's just so unnecessary. Moving on. Something that you miss. Not living in a pandemic. Sweet and simple. I miss being able to do things without feeling guilty and worrying about infecting others or being infected by others. What is your favorite song? This is like a strong tie. It depends on my mood. Some days it's Line Without a Hook by Ricky Montgomery. On my like extra gay days, it's probably She Calls Me Daddy by King Mala. And then on my I Need to Remember Who the Fuck I Am days, it's She's Always a Woman by Billy Joel. I don't think I could choose between those three. What are your favorite bands of all time? Paramore, Weezer, Journey, and Queen. Those are my top 4. How old are you? I am currently 26. And I still feel like I'm 22, maybe 23. The years of the pandemic don't count, so I'm definitely still like 23. A quality that I look for in a partner. I have a few big things. Number 1 at this point is just being considerate of boundaries and respectful of them. I think that comes with all of the other qualities that are important to me, like good communication and having emotional intelligence and understanding my need to be independent. Those all kind of go hand in hand, I feel, with respecting my boundaries. What is your zodiac sign? I am a Cancer Leo cusp. I'm the second to last day of Cancer, which puts me on the cusp. And some people believe that that means that you're more of the zodiac sign that you are at the beginning of than at the end of, which would mean I'm more of a Leo than a Cancer. If I'm fully honest, I feel like I am Leo and Cancer through and through. I don't think I'm one or the other. I think I'm both. What is your favorite quote? I found my favorite quote. It's by a TikToker who goes by Classic Lore. She is making an album called the Birthday Card Album. It's not music, it's poems. And this came across my For You page on TikTok and it saved me.
But for all the years I dragged you from the grave, I actively denied the world of 6 feet by 2 feet of nutrient-rich soil. For all the nights I hit replay, I refused to imagine what it would be like to watch you decompose. I clung to your corpse when I could have had fungi, flowers.
That last line of the poem, the last line of that poem is, I clung to your corpse when I could have had fungi and flowers. And the first time I heard that, I believe the poem for her is about the death of her father. But for me, the poem is about the death of the version of myself before the abusive relationship that I escaped from. On my deepest, darkest moments, I try to remind myself to focus on fungi and flowers. Fungi and flowers. Fungi and flowers. So yeah, that was really deep, and I probably didn't need to go that deep, but that is my favorite quote, and honestly, I might get it tattooed on my body if I can ever figure out how to get a tattoo without my allergies being an issue. Who is your favorite actor? This changes all the time. It changes all the time, but a staple for me has always been Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman is so damn versatile. That man can be in movies that you don't even realize he's in because he is so good. I adore Gary Oldman. I think he's very talented. And then, of course, Tom Hanks, because he's just unreal. That man is so talented as well. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is teal. I like a nice little green blue. Closer to green than blue, like a greeny teal. That's my shit. Loud music or soft music? I like both. It just depends on my mood. My playlists on my phone are situational instead of based on specific genres. Like, I have a sad playlist when I need to cry. I have a focusing on journaling playlist. I have a workout playlist. I have a bad bitch playlist to remind me who the fuck I am. I have a playlist that I listen to when I'm angry, and I have a playlist I listen to when I'm mellow and just chill and relaxing and just feeling good. I like literally all music. I know that's such a cop out, but like it just depends on my mood. Where do you go when you're sad? To bed. I sleep usually. As long as I'm cuddling my puppy, I guess I go to my dog when I'm sad. How long does it take you to shower? That's another it depends on my mood kind of thing. We've all had a depression shower, yeah, where you like sit at the bottom and just kind of cry and let the water hit you. Sometimes you don't even cry, you just zone out. I've done that before. But on a daily basis, I think my showers are usually 10 minutes tops. I just clean what I need to and I get out. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And I do my hair separately. I usually wash my hair in a sink. So how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? I'm usually asleep in the morning. So how long does it take me to get ready in the afternoon? It depends on if I'm streaming, because usually all I do is put on an outfit and style my hair, and then I do my makeup on stream. So it probably takes me like 10 minutes tops. If I'm getting ready to go out, it could take up to 30 minutes. Sometimes I like to take my time for fun, it just depends. It depends where we're at. But usually my makeup doesn't take more than 30 minutes. Have you ever been in a physical fight with my brother? I grew up with a sibling, of course. What are your turn-ons? Consent. And that's bare minimum, besties. And not treating me like an object. Bare minimum. But that's where I'm at right now. If we want to take this question more seriously, I don't know. If they smell good and if they can make me laugh. And if they paint their nails. Tattoos are a turn-on. Dyed hair. Kind of dressing in a way that is gender neutral, or even like dressing feminine when you are mask presenting, or I don't know, if you are expressing yourself in some way that goes against societal norms, that is a turn on for me. What are your turn offs? Politics are just like too much. I try not to think about them. I have a dark sense of humor, so chill out. It was just a joke. You're being really sensitive. You need to take a chill pill. You're being really emotional right now. What else? Oh, and also just like being judgmental of others. Hate that. That's so ugly. The reason you joined YouTube. Honestly, I joined YouTube like at the beginning because I felt like I identified with the YouTubers I followed. Like I started by watching Live Lava Live, Mitchell Davis. He was like this quirky hipster guy who was weird. And I felt like no one was like me where I was, and I was like him. And so I became a YouTuber because the people I identified with were YouTubers. What are your fears or phobias? I am terrified of being chased or followed. Like, that just freaks me out in general. Like in video games, if I know I'm being followed, I just get super antsy and like, ugh, like it makes my skin crawl. In real life, I'm terrified of knives. It's such a weird phobia. It makes cooking really difficult and embarrassing, but it's a very real phobia of mine. You won't catch me holding knives unless I have to. I don't like watching anybody use them unless it's in horror films. I don't know, like it's almost like I know it's not real, I guess. But like watching my friends like chop vegetables, I can't be in the kitchen. I can't watch people chop vegetables. What was the last thing that made you cry? Oh, actually today I cried. I feel like it was a really good quote. I recorded it because I was maybe going to post it on my Insta story and then I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't because sometimes I get really sad, and this is on depression. Sometimes you get really sad and all you need to do is like reset yourself. I just needed to take a nap and then I was fine. So this was me before a nap. Oh my God, I just realized I sound like an infant. I sound like a toddler. I was crying because I needed a nap. Anyway, this is what I said earlier.
Being an adult is so hard. I never even got to be a kid. Being an adult is so hard.
So dramatic. I'm so dramatic. Last time I cried was like 6 hours ago, and it was because being an adult is hard. It's true, though. When was the last time you said you loved someone? On the phone today, I told Hannah that I loved her. I always tell my friends I love them, whether it's we've been gaming and streaming together and then we head out. I always tell them I love them. If I'm getting off the phone with a friend, I always tell them, I text my friends that I love them. The pandemic, that's something that the pandemic taught me. I don't waste my time by not telling people I don't love them. Like if I love someone, I'll tell you, because who knows when I'll get to say it next. What is the meaning behind your YouTube name? When I was in middle school, my nickname was Smiley. People never called me Laurel. I was only Smiley. I think even my teachers called me Smiley. And I created YouTube, I think, in middle school. And like back then, that's when I first got like a cell phone. So I was texting friends, and texting, it was like cool to like purposefully misspell words. So nobody ever spelled cool with a C in text messages. They always spelled it with a K. And I think Smiley was taken. So I went with like Coolly Smiley because it rhymed and I thought I was cool. But I wasn't going to spell it with a C, because you're not cool if you spell cool with a C. So I spelled it with a K. I bet you guys were really expecting this to be like a really cool story. It's not. People couldn't remember my name, so they called me Smiley. What was the last book you read? Bro, I don't read, so Twilight probably. I don't know. The book that you're currently reading. Twilight probably. I don't know. What was the last show you watched? I'm currently binging all of the seasons of Survivor. I'm almost caught up. I don't have a problem, you do. Who was the last person you talked to? Once again, my friend Hannah. Relationship between you and a person that you last texted. Who was the last person I texted? It might have been Greg. No, my last text was sent to my editor, Super Caesar. Hi, Caesar. That's the person who edited this video that you're currently watching, letting her know that I sent her notes at midnight, because her and I are both night owls. Whoops. What is your favorite food? Honestly, any sort of Asian cuisine. If it's got rice and some sort of protein, that's my favorite kind of food. I'm pretty simple when it comes to food. I love sushi. I love pad thai. I love chicken fried rice. I just love. What is a place that I want to visit? Before the pandemic, I was supposed to go experience Oktoberfest in Germany, and I would still very much like to do that. However, I don't know if Germany is the top of my list. I feel like New Zealand's probably my number one. I've always wanted to visit where Lord of the Rings was filmed. So New Zealand, Germany, Australia. That's like my top 3. I probably would have said Canada, but I just visited last year, so. The last place that I was, if this means out of state, I would say with my grandma. But if it doesn't mean out of state, the last place I was Taco Bell. The last place I drove to was Taco Bell. Do you have a crush? No, I really don't. And that's huge for me. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I don't currently have a crush on anyone, but I am just prioritizing myself. I guess there's people in my life that sometimes I'm like, if they offered, I probably wouldn't say no. But I'm not romanticizing anyone at the moment. I'm just romanticizing self-care. When was the last time you kissed someone? I'm pretty sure the reason I got COVID was because I had my first gay kiss. Anyways, moving on. My first kiss since being out of the closet. That's what I should call it. What is your favorite flavor of sweet? Oh, like sweets. Like, what kind of sweets do I like? I'm a sucker for a good sour candy. The like Airhead Extremes that look like little rainbows. Those are my favorites. Especially the bite-sized ones, the ones that come in little squares. They taste different than the rope ones, and you might think I sound incorrect, but I'm not, because I'm a big fan of the bite-sized ones and not a big fan of the full-size ropes. If we're talking chocolate, though, M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, peanut M&Ms. They've been my number one for years. I will never turn down a peanut M&M. What instruments do you play? I play the ukulele. I'm self-taught, so I'm not amazing at it. I'm also self-taught at the ocarina. That song brings me so much joy. Favorite piece of jewelry? My knife necklace. Makes me feel powerful. What was the last sport that you played? Before the pandemic, I was playing tennis with my friend Becky pretty regularly, and I'm hoping that we could do that some more in the future, because I love tennis. I played tennis competitively when I was younger, and I really enjoyed it. The only reason I stopped playing tennis when I moved to Texas was because my school schedule was different, and basically I had to choose between musical theater or tennis, and I knew I wasn't going to play tennis for the rest of my life, so I chose musical theater. But yeah, I love tennis, and I kind of miss it. I'd love to play some more. What was the last song you sang? She Used to Be Mine by Sarah Bareilles. Actually, on stream, some of my viewers were asking me to sing it. Wait, no, at the beginning of this video, I sang. Damn it. Dr. Worm. Why? Why? Why did I do? I set myself up for failure. Oh, it's stuck in my head too. I'll tell you what I know, and you can tell me if you think I'm getting better on the drums. Favorite chat up line? The fuck does that mean? Is that like a pickup line? How are you? That's a good one. I don't know. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. I think pickup lines are gross. If anybody uses a pickup line on me, I'm like, oh, you're unoriginal. Sick. So none. Oh, the next question is, have you ever used it? No. I've never used a pickup line. I'm not a white man in college. Like, you know? When was the last time you hung out with someone? A few nights ago, actually. Fun fact, I was hanging out with my friend Stevie, who I used to make YouTube videos with all the time. She was in town, and I only get to see her once every few years. So yeah, we hung out the other night, and it was really fun. We might be playing D&D together soon. I don't know. And the last question is, who should answer these questions next? I'm not going to do that. Nobody really does tags anymore, so I'm not going to play tag. However, if you would like to answer any of the questions in the comment section below, I would love to hear them. Let me know. And that's the last question. So I know this was a super long video, but maybe you guys wanted to get to know me a little more. Maybe you only see little bits and pieces of me, so maybe you learned something new. If you learned something new, let me know in the comment section below. This was like a little blast to the past. Reminds me of the old YouTube days. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you guys are not already subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button if you'd like to be notified when I post new videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the YouTubes later. Let's answer too much information about ourselves together, friends. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Worm. I'm interested in things. I'm not a real doctor, but I am a real worm. I am an actual worm.